Hello, Stonegate Naples Manor. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty, and if you're living or looking in Stonegate or Naples Manor, there is no better place to keep up with what's going down in real estate than right here. Our neighborhoods had updates on 16 different properties this month, including 3 new listings, 8 contracts, 4 price changes, and 3 closings. That's a lot of updates, so I'm going to talk fast, try and keep up. Now, let's get moving. We'll start off with 14908 Cobblestone Drive. 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2,400 square foot, split level. It went coming soon, active, and under contract in July after 13 days on market, listed for $675,000. They spent all of August under contract. They're due to close in early September, so we'll be checking back in on them in our next update. 209 Farmgate Lane. A 6-bedroom, 2 full and 3 half bath, 3,400 square foot single family. Now, they listed last fall for $950,000. Then again in May for $935,000. They pulled the house off the market in June and relisted it again with a new agent in July, this time for $899,000, $999,000. They spent all of August on the market at that price and ended the month at 57 days on market, at least this time. 14801 Flintstone Lane. This 5-bedroom, 3 full bath, 1,700 square foot rancher popped up as coming soon in July and went active on August 9th for $650,000. They went under contract 14 days later. Now, a block down the road, 14908 Flintstone Lane is a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,500 square foot split level. It went active for $679,000 on July 31st, which turned out to be a oopsies price, and they changed it a few hours later to $769,000. They dropped the price 5 days later to $749,000 and to $739,000 2 weeks after that, and went under contract on August 25th after 2 price drops in 26 days on the market. 513 Jaystone Place. This 4-bedroom, 3 full and 2 half bath, 2,500 square foot colonial, listed in July for $750,000. They went under contract in their first week and closed on August 29th for $787,500, $37K over their list price. 14417 Jaystone Drive is a 5-bedroom, 2 full and 2 half bath split level. It listed in May for $719,000 and went under contract on August 15th, their 100th day on market. Woo! Celebration. 302 Notley Court is a 6-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2,700 square foot single family that listed in June for $765,000, dropped their price by $35,000 in July to $739,900. They spent all of August at that price and ended the month at 79 days on market. 14701 Notley Road is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath split level, listed in May for $715,000. Dropped their price by $40K in July to $675,000. They took a weekend off in the middle of August, but came back on at the same price and ended the month at 98 days on market. 730 Oxford Square Drive. This 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath townhome is seeing its 7th and final appearance on our monthly reports. They listed all the way back in February for $438,000. 3 listings, 2 realtors, 5 price drops, and 7 months later, they closed for $387,000. 217 Pewter Lane is a 3-bedroom, 2 full bath, 1,600 square foot rancher. It listed for $649,900 in July and signed a contract 6 days later. They spent the whole month of August under contract, so we'll see you next time, Pewter Lane. 15213 Redgate Drive is a 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 2,500 square foot single family listed for $719,900 on August 8th and went under contract on the 12th. We'll see what they got in our next episode. 608 Silverstone Court. This 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath colonial is a big one at 3,700 square feet. It listed in July for $950,000 and went under contract after 7 days on market. They closed on August 14th for $3K over that. 524 Stonehouse Lane is a 4-bed, 2.5 bath, 1,680 square foot colonial with no garage and an unfinished basement. They listed at $605,000 in April, had a failed contract in May, dropped their price in June and again in July, and they went under contract again on August 16th after 109 days on market. 15204 Watergate Road is a 5-bedroom, 3-bath split level. It listed in June for $720,000. Stuck it out for July, dropped their price $20K on August 5th, and then by another $11,000 on the 21st to end the month at $689,000 at 80 days on market. 15313 Watergate Road, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 2,700 square feet. Listed in July for $750,000 and under contract on August 7th, their 8th day on market. And, drumroll please, for our 16th and final property for the month, 601 Stonehouse Lane. Another one of my listings, and it's a beautiful one. 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, 2,340 square feet. We were coming soon on the 11th, active on the 22nd at $859,000 and under contract 4 days later. That's the fastest anything in Stonegate or Naples Manor has gone under contract so far this year. The other homes that are under contract here right now took an average of 46 days to get there, while the homes that are still on the market are at 57 days and counting. Now, let's shift to a wider look at the Colesville market, which is flashing some seriously mixed signals to close out the summer. New listings were actually down for the first time this year. The 39 new listings in Colesville in August were down 41% from July and 22% from August of last year. Contract activity was also off trend, with 45 new contracts signed in the month, 32% more than last August. And that means that there were more contracts signed in August than there were new listings. That hasn't happened in any month in 2025, and it isn't happening anywhere else in the county right now either. On the flip side, time on market was up, way up, as homes are sitting on the market longer and longer. The homes that went under contract in August took 34 days to do so on average. That's double the pace of last year, and the median is 3.5 times longer. Prices are still positive, at least on a year-over-year basis, but they are leveling out, as they have been for 8 straight months now. In August, Colesville area home prices were up 0.7% over last year, but if you're looking at month over month, prices actually peaked in March and have been coming down every month since. On a more positive note, the listing failure rate declined, though only slightly, to 23%. That's still pretty high, but most of the rest of the county is flirting with 30% right now, so we're going to spin that as a win. On a much more positive note, the average 30-year fixed-rate loan was down from last month to the lowest rates we've seen in a year, ending the month at 6.51%. Be sure to check back next month for another monthly market report for Stonegate and Naples Manor, or if you'd prefer more timely updates, including all of the listing photos for each property, register at the link in the description, and we'll set you up with a free automatic email anytime a property hits the market, has a price change, goes under contract, or closes in either neighborhood. And remember, if you or one of your friends or neighbors are looking to buy or sell, give me and my team a call. I'm Jed Williams with Hagan Realty, Stonegate, Naples Manor. You'll be moved.